Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dimitri, and we are starting Orion setup. This is the buggy, which comes with the 4-cylinder Sherry, basically a Toyota engine that goes in the back with the automatic transmission. This is how the compartment looks, engine compartment prior to the engine installation. You can see all the components, and we're going to take you through the installation process here. As you can see, it's a gorgeous little automobile with room for 4. It's pure fun. Has quality materials throughout. And it's a little dusty. We haven't cleaned it because it's going to go in the shop, and then after that we're going to do a full detail of the vehicle. Look at the controls of the vehicle. Nice true wooden steering wheel, automatic transmission, Bluetooth radio, obviously it's waterproof, gauges, windshield wipers. And what I like about this vehicle is it does have room for 4, and people in the back, they sit kind of high. These seats, they're moved all the way back, so it doesn't show much room. But as you can see, the rear seat is much higher than the front seat. So let's take a look at the power plant for this Funmobile Orion buggy. The engine and transmission are licensed by Toyota to Sherry, and then Sherry offered these engines to different manufacturers. From a simplicity and reliability standpoint, it is one of the best setups for a vehicle like this. As you can see, it's a nice 4-cylinder engine. We just retrieved the crate, and you can see it's all brand new setup. Electronic fuel injection, throttle by wire, minimal to pretty much no emission controls. These are considered kit vehicles, which means the body sold separately from the drivetrain, as you can see from the setup, and then the dealer installs the engine in the body, and the vehicle is registered as a kit car. So it's a street legal automobile, and from the safety standpoint, of course, it does not match up to anything real on the road with airbags, with bumpers and things like that, so you definitely need to keep that in mind. But it is a awesome, fun vehicle, and for a lot of people it will replace an ATV or a motorcycle, and it would be just as safe, if not safer than those motor vehicles. We're getting the drivetrain ready to go into the buggy. You can see it is all set up, and we're just taking some components off to make it easier to install it in the engine compartment. The intake manifold is being removed. You can see the throttle by wire throttle body, and we're also going to take probably the alternator and a couple other things off, and then we'll be ready to put it in the car. So the Orion is making its way into the service bay to get the drivetrain installed. Yeah, there it is. It's very easy to roll. The drivetrain, engine, and transmission, transaxle, are ready to go in. Let's check out the engine compartment before the engine and transaxle are installed. We're looking at the coolant hoses, fuel lines, couple of simple electrical connectors. Here's the fuel filter, transmission control cable, shifter cable, suspension view from inside of the engine bay. And here is the engine and transmission control module. We already have the engine in the vehicle and are in the process of making all the connections. As you can see, to get the engine in the buggy kit car, we had to remove the entire left side suspension. We took the caliper off to keep the hydraulics in place, and we also took off the cross member in the frame, both control arms, knuckle, and the adjustable shock. Pretty much everything you see on this side got removed. Yeah, and this is a great time to show you around the engine when it is positioned in the vehicle. As you can see, coolant lines making their connections there. Very accessible, easy to work on. But given that it's a Toyota designed power plant, very reliable, you shouldn't have to go back here very often. And we're going to take a look at the vehicle itself. Here's the intake manifold that we removed to be able to fit the engine in the engine compartment. Here are the parts that are going to be going on the vehicle. You can see the stainless steel pipe, air cleaner. Here's the stainless steel muffler, and of course axles. Everything wrapped up for shipping. The engine is in, the intake manifold, all the connections are done. The transmission and engine control module are connected. The suspension is back on the vehicle. The exhaust is being set up now. Here are some rear parts that we have to remove. Here's the power plant crate that we have to cut up because they weld them after the engine goes inside. So a couple more views for you, and then we'll let our technician get back to work. The Orion buggies all together, getting treated to a 4-wheel alignment. Let's check out how things look with the engine in place. Everything is brand new and shiny. Look at the underbody. Fiberglass body on a steel frame. Here's the front end. Steering rack and pinion. Double wishbone independent suspension on all 4 wheels. Adjustable shocks, and you can see you can do the spring preload, and there's a little fitting up on the very top. Toe in is getting adjusted. Skid plate, underbody, and beautiful vintage style interior. So the Orion is officially on the road. Alignment is done. And we just took a quick drive, but it's awfully cold. So we're gonna get right clothing gear and take it for a longer drive. But let's take a walk around the vehicle and have a closer look. Great running 4-cylinder. Made it to the automatic transmission. Toyota licensed Sherry Powertrain. Stainless steel exhaust. LED lights. Oreion Buggy. As you can see, room in the rear for two, plenty of room in the front for a driver and a passenger. Stainless steel detail, and we do have our own design. We have another video for this accessory, but we have a full wraparound top edition, both sides, and a rear window to make this vehicle fully enclosed with the soft top.